Good morning, David. Are you heading for another cup of coffee? That is your third one this morning.
Good morning, Emma. Yes, it is my third cup, and it probably will not be my last. I need all the help I can get today. I am so tired.
I noticed you were yawning a lot during the team meeting earlier. You look completely exhausted. Did you have a late night?
I went to bed at a reasonable time, but I just could not sleep well. It is the same story every night for the past few weeks. I toss and turn for hours. I wake up multiple times, and then in the morning I feel like I have not slept at all.
Oh, that sounds awful. There is nothing worse than starting your day feeling tired. A bad night's sleep can ruin your whole day.
It really can. I cannot focus on my work. I feel grumpy, and all I can think about is going back to bed. I do not know what is wrong with me.
I am so sorry you are going through that. Sleep is so important for our physical and mental health. Maybe if we talk about it, we can figure out the problem.
I am willing to try anything. I need to fix this.
Can you tell me a little bit about your typical evening routine? What do you usually do in the hour or two before you go to bed?
My evening routine? I do not think I really have one. I usually finish my dinner, and then I just relax on the sofa and watch a movie or a television show until I start to feel sleepy.
Okay, so you watch television before bed. Do you do anything else?
When the show is over, I go to my bedroom, I get into bed, and then I usually scroll through social media on my phone for a while, or I watch a few short videos. I do that until my eyes feel heavy, and then I turn off the light.
Ah, I think I have identified your first potential problem. It is a very, very common one. It is your phone.
My phone? But using my phone helps me to feel sleepy. It distracts my brain.
I know it feels that way, but the science actually says the opposite. All of our electronic screens, like our televisions, our tablets, and our smartphones, produce a type of light called blue light.
Blue light. I have heard of that.
Well, the blue light sends a signal to your brain. It tells your brain that it is still daytime. So when you are looking at your phone in a dark room, you are essentially telling your brain, hey, wake up. It is not time to sleep yet.
So my phone is tricking my brain into staying awake, even when my body is tired.
Exactly. It can seriously disrupt your body's natural sleep cycle. My number one most important piece of advice for you is to create a screen-free wind-down routine for the last hour before you go to bed.
1 hour with no screens at all? What would I do?
You could do something quiet and relaxing. You could read a real, physical book. You could listen to some calm music or a relaxing podcast. Or you could take a nice, warm bath.
A warm bath sounds very relaxing. Okay, so a wind-down routine with no screens is your first tip. I can try that.
I think it will make a huge difference. Now for my second question.
What time do you usually go to bed?
It is different every night. It really depends on how I am feeling. On a weeknight, I might go to bed at 11. But on the weekends, I often stay up much later, maybe until 1 or 2 in the morning.
And what time do you wake up?
During the week, my alarm goes off at 7 o'clock for work. On the weekends, I like to sleep in until 10 or 11 o'clock to catch up on my sleep.
I understand the logic, but that is another big problem for your sleep quality. You have a very inconsistent sleep schedule.
Is that a bad thing? I thought being flexible was good.
Not for sleep. Our bodies have a natural internal clock called the circadian rhythm. This clock loves a consistent routine. My second big tip is to try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every single day.
Even on the weekends? But I love sleeping in on Saturday.
I know it is difficult, but if you wake up at 7 on Friday and then at 11 on Saturday, your body clock gets very confused. A consistent schedule is one of the best ways to improve your sleep.
A consistent sleep schedule. That is a hard one, but I understand the reason why. Okay, what other secrets do you have, my sleep expert?
My next set of tips is all about your bedroom environment. You need to make sure your bedroom is a perfect sanctuary for sleep.
A sanctuary for sleep. I like that. What does that mean?
It means your bedroom should be optimized for rest. So, let me ask you about it. First, is your bedroom very dark at night?
It is quite dark. I have curtains on the window, but a little bit of light from the street lamp outside still comes through.
You should try to make it as dark as possible. Even a small amount of light can disrupt your sleep. I would recommend getting some blackout curtains. They are special, thick curtains that block almost all of the light from outside.
Blackout curtains. That is a great idea. What about sound?
Your bedroom should also be very quiet. If you live on a noisy street, you could try using earplugs. And finally, your bedroom should be cool. A slightly cool temperature is better for sleeping than a warm one.
Dark, quiet, and cool. I will try to create that environment. This is all such great advice. I am learning so much.
We are not finished yet. I have another important topic to discuss. We need to talk about what you eat and drink in the evening.
Food and drink? How does that affect my sleep?
It has a very big effect. Do you often have a snack before you go to bed?
I do. I often feel a little bit hungry around 10 o'clock at night, so I will have a bowl of cereal or a few cookies.
A sugary snack right before bed can interfere with your sleep. The sugar can give you a little burst of energy, which is the opposite of what you want. Eating a large meal close to bedtime can also make it harder to sleep, as your body is busy digesting the food.
So, I should avoid late-night snacks.
Yes, you should try to have your last meal at least 2 or 3 hours before you go to sleep. And it is even more important to think about what you drink. You should definitely avoid any drinks with caffeine in the evening. That means no coffee, no black tea, and no sugary sodas after about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
No coffee after 3 in the afternoon. That will be a real challenge for me. But I understand why. The caffeine keeps your brain awake.
It does. Now, let's talk about something that can help your sleep. Exercise. Do you get much physical activity during the day, David?
I have to be honest, not really. I have a desk job, so I am sitting down for most of the day. And when I get home, I am usually too tired to go to the gym.
I understand that. But the science is very clear on this. People who get regular physical exercise sleep much, much better than people who do not.
So if I exercise during the day, I will be more tired and sleep better at night.
Yes, the exercise helps to regulate your sleep cycle. It does not have to be an intense workout. Even just a brisk 30-minute walk during your lunch break can make a huge difference.
A walk during my lunch break. I think I could manage that.
There is just one rule about exercise and sleep. You should try to avoid doing very intense exercise in the last 2 hours before you go to bed. The exercise can make you feel very energized, and it can be hard to wind down.
So, exercise in the daytime is good, but exercise right before bed is bad. This is all making so much sense.
It is all about giving your body the right signals at the right time.
Now, I have another what-if question. What if I follow all of your amazing advice? I have my wind-down routine. My bedroom is perfect. My schedule is consistent. But I still get into bed and my mind is just racing. I am lying there, wide awake, and I cannot fall asleep.
That is a very important question. It still happens to everyone sometimes. And in that situation, there is one very important rule to follow.
What is it?
If you have been lying in bed for more than 20 minutes and you are not asleep, you should get out of bed.
Get out of bed? But I am trying to fall asleep.
I know it sounds strange, but if you just lie there feeling stressed about not sleeping, you will start to associate your bed with stress and anxiety. You want your brain to think of your bed as a place for sleep only. So you should get up, go to another room, and do something quiet and relaxing until you start to feel genuinely sleepy.
So I could go to the living room and read my book for a little while.
That is the perfect activity. You read until you feel your eyes getting heavy, and then you go back to bed. This trains your brain to know that when you are in bed, it is time to sleep.
That is a fascinating psychological trick. I will definitely try that next time. Wow, Emma, you have given me so much information. I feel like my head is spinning.
I know, it is a lot to take in at once. You do not have to try to do everything perfectly from the very first day. The best way to build new habits is to start small.
So I should not try to change everything in one night.
No, that would be too overwhelming. I think you should choose just 2 or 3 of these tips and focus on them for the first week. Let's make a simple action plan for you right now.
An action plan. I like that. What do you think are the most important things for me to start with?
Based on what you told me, I think the three most impactful changes for you would be this. Number one, no phone or television in the last hour before bed. Read a book instead. Number two, try to go to bed at 11 o'clock every single night this week, even on Friday and Saturday. And number three, no more big snacks or cookies after 9 o'clock at night.
Okay, that sounds like a plan I can actually follow. No screens before bed, a consistent bedtime, and no late-night snacks. I am going to write that down and stick it on my refrigerator.
I think that is a fantastic and very achievable starting point. And after you have been doing those three things for a week or two, you can start to add some of the other habits, like the lunchtime walk.
I am feeling so much more hopeful now. Before our conversation, I felt so lost. I thought I was just a bad sleeper. But now I can see that a lot of my own habits are the cause of the problem.
And the good news is that you have the power to change those habits. You are in control.
I am. I am going to start my new routine tonight. Emma, thank you so much. You have been like my personal sleep coach. You have explained everything so clearly and patiently.
It was my absolute pleasure, David. I am very passionate about this topic because I used to have terrible sleep myself. But all of these small changes made a huge difference in my life, and I know they can for you, too.
Well, I really appreciate you sharing your wisdom with me. Now, I am going to finish this cup of coffee, and hopefully it will be the last of my 3 cups before 10 a.m. days.